It's Collins in at the center position. And for Orlando, Wagner and Banchero, the lethal front court pair. Suggs and Bane team up as the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the center position. And Orlando going back to the bold pinstripes. Shams, I think I like it. What do you think?
BA, I'm a Chicagoan, so I remember those pinstripe Bulls uniforms.
Checked in for Orlando. Black comes in for Suggs. Then for Chicago, Giddey's checked in for Okoro, and Lewis is subbed in for Ivy. 1:33 left to play in the first quarter. Giddey finds MP. Knocks down the triple. And reaching the NBA, a lifelong dream for MP. He's put in the work to get here. Spent a season in France playing for Paris FC to develop his skills.
And what better place to develop your skills than with Paris FC? Over the last decade, a ton of great French prospects have gotten their start there, and maybe MP might be the first American to jumpstart his career with them.
Here's MP. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Orlando making some changes. Batase's checked in for Carter. Wagner comes in for Paolo Banchero. And it's Bane in for Richardson. And here's Black. Outside Bane. Count that bucket. Bane's got his second bucket of the night.
And even if he isn't the biggest, strongest guy out there, Bane can still do damage inside.
Three-pointer, Buzelis. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Launches a three. Chicago grabs the miss. And this is their first time matched up with Orlando this year.
They'll be looking for payback after grabbing the short straw in the season series last year.
Yeah, and 2 mid-tier teams trying to get a leg up in the conference, guys. We'll see what happens.
Here's Bane. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Magic. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And for Orlando, what jumps out to you guys, stat-wise?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the board for that entire first quarter.
And so in the game for the Bulls, Williams is out there with Jalen Smith. Then there's Anthony Simons. Then it's MP. And it's Giddey in at the 2. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Guys?
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. And Shams, with younger teams like OKC taking the reins. New stars for fans to get acquainted with. Any concern there for the league?
You know, BA, I think the parity in all these young up-and-coming players is good, and it would probably be more of a concern if young teams weren't as formidable. But listen, stars like LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, they have had their heyday. You want to see that next generation of players ready to carry the mantle, whether that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic, Cooper Flag, the list goes on.
Black passes to Bane. Now here's Batase. Pass to Black. Takes the 3. And another miss by Orlando. For Chicago, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Kept alive. Kicks it out to MP. The 3 ball. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Right there, Smith operating as an opportunist. Save that possession.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So for the Magic, Wagner's checked in for Batase, and it's Jalen Suggs in for Richardson. Then for Chicago, Luz Ellis is checked in for Williams. Okoro comes in for Simons, and Ivy subbed in for Giddey. And even as the NBA enters the first year of its lucrative new broadcasting deal, Shams, still plenty of fixation on the ratings.
Yeah, and we've heard directly from the league that it's part of the culture of the NBA to be self-critical. And when you look at the growth of the NBA year over year, perhaps that restlessness is part of the reason why the league is thriving in a lot of ways. They're going to continue to find innovative ways, whether it's their TV deals, innovations in social media, innovations with other platforms, to continue to get the NBA out there.
Well, one thing we know, they listen and they never stand still.
Suggs works that pick and roll to create for himself, looking for any opportunity to beat that defense.
MP, the pass to Smith, fires from the wing, and MP with a basket on the assist by Smith. MP's got 7 points here in the quarter.
He is in a groove. You can tell he's playing with a lot of confidence.
On the wing, Bane, pass to Black. Orlando moving the ball around. Wagner for three, and Ivy pulls it down. Bulls leading by 7. Here's Lewis, and MP throws it down hard.
Okay, young man. We see you, MP. We know you for real.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? A minute 58 left in the first half of this one. Black outside. Back to Suggs. Pass to Black. Suggs outside. Pocket 6. And it's MP with a rebound.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
On the wing, Ivy. Suggs against MP. There's the triple. Oh, a silky three from MP.
Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one.
All right, Chomps, we know you got to hop back on your phone in case you have to break any news. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Great stuff.
Happy to be here, BA. Thank you.
And as always, Shams with some great stuff there. I'll tell you what, this guy knows all when it comes to the NBA.
No doubt, Shams is the guy when you're looking for the inside scoop. So well connected and respected around the league.
And Wagner gets it to go.
The coaching staff encouraging Wagner to take these quick hitting shots. They think it helps his confidence moving forward.
Shoots from 12. Nice spin off the left rim and in. MP's got 17.
Leading the charge. What a huge quarter for him.
Back to Suggs. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Suggs showing you some major bounce right there. He went way upstairs on that one.
MP up top. He's covered by Suggs. Here's Lewis. Bustling it home. MP.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Suggs against MP. Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Wagner with a screen. The three is up. And no good. And so it's the Chicago Bulls closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Good to see you and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Orlando Magic.
They've got to play with more force defensively, if you ask me. You got to make them feel you.
Yeah, touch them up if you have to. Right now, they're putting up no resistance.
All right, let's switch it over. See what the fans are posting on social media. Here's an interesting one from No Foolin' Julian. What's another sport you think you could have gone pro in?
Football, I would have been a tight end. Maybe block some field goals. Do whatever it takes.
I think I could have did soccer. Dribbling's dribbling, right?
I guess some people might say that, Jed, but either way, I'd pay good money to see both of you in those endeavors. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and...
Fortune is not Cora's fortune anymore, thanks to the part is now part of the estate. And the estate is entailed to my heir. That is it. That is all of it.
Robert, I didn't mean to sound harsh.
You may not mean to, but I bet you will.
24 years ago, you married Cora against
Some changes. Mataze's checked in for Carter. Wagner comes in for Wagner. And Black subbed in for Suggs. So Chicago going with an almost entire new group here. Smith, he's checked in for Collins. Yabusele comes in for Buzelis. Josh Giddey's checked in for Okoro. And Lewis is subbed in for Ivy. They've got Desmond Bain. Wagner is out there with Goga Mataze. Then it's Paolo Banchero. And it's Black in at the one. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here's Lewis. MP making his presence felt.
Oh, my. Powering through the contact. MP just went to work on them in the paint.
Banchero outside. Six on the shot clock. Bumped and finishes. Great stuff from Banchero.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he gets the bucket. And it's now 23 points for MP.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Smith finds MP. MP hammers it down.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming. That they may not have.
I just did a Michael Jordan dunk on his fucking boots.
With a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
I just did an MJ dunk on these dudes, man.
And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know,
I love you, babe.
This was a choice because
hey,
I
look.
love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision,
Nasty.
he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for the Bulls, getting the fourth quarter going. Josh Giddey out there with MP. Then it's Buzelis. Then there's Nick Richards. And it's Simons in at the 3 slot.
Boy, nice pass that time by Suggs. I love his composure and presence.
Back to MP. And stolen by Suggs.
That's fine.
In transition, the Magic on the run. Fires the 3. Buzelis grabs the board.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Suggs with it, now guarded by MP. Black, left side. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. And Wagner gets it to go.
Good to see Wagner knock down the 3.
Bulls leading by 4. MP with it. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball.
Hold on,
Now, a chance
bruh.
to see what's coming up for Chicago. On Monday, the Atlanta Hawks come to town, kicking off a homestand for them. And then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against Domantas Sabonis and the Sacramento Kings.
And for their matchup with the Knicks, it's one that I'm curious about. It'll be their 6th contest of the season for them, and a game that should have a lot of great matchups.
Chicago making a switch here. Collins checked in. The 3 from Suggs. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Lewis. And he makes it on the layup. Lewis has got 27.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Pass to Wagner. Back to Suggs. Shot clock at 5. And once again, off the mark by Orlando.
He made a 3 back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke. That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Changes. Carter, he's checked in for Bataze. Paolo Banchero comes in for Wagner. And it's Desmond Bane. Checked in for Chicago. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Now Banchero. Suggs outside. Tips it up, and he grabs the board and finishes it off.
Boy, he's looked unstoppable this half. Maybe he got a little pep talk over the break.
MP! Oh, can't hit the jumper.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
The 3 is in.
Hold on, okay. Fuck this dude right quick. Let's stop playing around, bro. Play? We both could play, bro.
This is just fun.
Let's go.
These teams are trading 3s back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Buries it from outside.
And just a huge answer right there with the 3 of their own. And the crowd now is in a frenzy.
Yeah, and the game as close as this one, every possession is critical. They've got to give as good as they get, and so far, that's been the case.
Try from 10. Oh, no good. Bulls leading by 3. Here's Ivy. MP. Money from 3.
Tell me what?
Very accurate shot by MP. He must have been drilling these since a young age.
Suggs fires. This is the 3.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Here we go.
MP.
Get up.
The triple drop.
Campbell.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out.
Tell me what?
From downtown. That misses.
Trying to match 3, sometimes you get too amped up, and it affects your ability to knock down the shot.
Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Bulls.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And this one concludes with their 2nd victory of the year.
A solid win for them here in the first of 4 meetings this season. They've come out and set the tone against the Magic.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense.
The 3 ball is down!
And guys, that's gotta be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
And there's the drive. beyond the arc. Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
All right, let's send it over to the sidelines to Jennifer Quintana.
An incredible display of shot-making and clutch play, MP, as you reach the half-century mark in a win. You look like you are not going to be denied. Was there any extra motivation for you in this one?
I would personally say it's easy to know everyone is going to be.
No, not when the game first started. I was just trying to let the game come to me. But the more I let the game come, the better I felt. It was like the game made itself at home in my living room.
What does that mean exactly?
It means I was perfectly at home, perfectly at ease, Jennifer Quintana. I knew where everyone was going to be at every moment in the game. Like walking around my home at night with the lights off. Other people might get tripped up, not me, not with this team. I was in total control.
It showed. Thanks, MP.
You're welcome.
Ryan, back to you.
All right, Jennifer, thanks. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.
I'm sorry, no one told me.